What's up? What's up? What's up? Unapologetic talk. What's going on? You got Graham Robinson here, my co-host Chucky, and we brought in the Pack Jam. What's going on, fellas? What's going on? We talk about this draft
What's
tonight.
up?
What's
What's
up?
up? What's happening? What's happening? Glad to be here tonight.
Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas? What's happening?
Chilling, man. Watching these World Cup games and about to dive into this draft tomorrow night.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
are. Yes, we are.
So,
I
what
can't
y'all?
wait.
What's on the top of your mind when starting off with the draft first? I mean, do you think?
Right.
Okay, I got a question. Do you think that the Washington Wizards are going to swap picks with Utah?
No.
I don't think that they are. I don't think that they have to.
Yeah, I,
I don't think that they have to. I think, the topic of tonight is, who was deserving of the number one pick. So from the sounds of everything, it's between one or two guys, and that's Darren Peterson and AJ DeBonsa out of BYU. The question is, if you were the Washington Wizards, who would you pick with the number one pick
I'm going AJ.
For
in
myself,
Washington?
I'm going AJ DeBonsa. And the reason why I'm going AJ DeBonsa is when you looking at number one picks, you're looking at a pick that if it goes wrong, it can set your franchise between 5 years. It can set you 5 years back. So it's a very important decision. And when you look at the intangibles, you have to look beyond the basketball court because you're making an investment and you want a return on your investment. And when you look at it, AJ DeBonsa is coming from a situation. He has um, his dad and his mom involved in his life. They've been throughout his life. His dad is a retired police officer. His dad retired to has more of a hands-on approach in his son's life. His dad retired 2 years ago. And when you look at his situation, to me, it's more stability. There are more answers to the question than I would say Darren Peterson. Darren Peterson, we have more questions than answers. And to me personally, he's reminiscent of Ben Simmons. And what I mean by that is when Ben Simmons came out of LSU, there were Ben Simmons had checked out a lot of games. He didn't play. A lot of games he played 20 minutes and left, didn't go back in. Some games he just didn't play in at all. And the question was, why? What's going on? Why is he not playing? And we have those same similar things with Peterson. We've gotten multiple stories. Now we can say the truth or a lie, but none of the stories add up. None of the stories are the same. From Bill Self being untruthful all the way to the kid himself. We heard cramps, we heard headaches, we've heard soreness, hamstrings, everything but playing is what we had heard. And the thing is, when you do such an investment like this, we need answers. And he still hasn't answered no question about why he ain't been playing. It's still different stories that's coming out of his camp. So I think moving forward, you have to go with AJ Devonsa, and you look at his overall game as well as off the field. I think it's the safest number one pick. So that's why I would go with AJ Devonsa because their talent is 1-1-8. It's not even, it's some people, because the thing is, potential ain't promised. So all these guys and everybody's saying that Darren Peterson's ceiling is Kobe, but his floor is Donovan Mitchell. All that sound good because his floor can be Ben Simmons. Okay, you're not gonna trick me like that. And I'm a guy that watched. I'm a guy that watched a lot of his games, a lot of this season. Because if you remember early in the year, I started calling him Kawhi Leonard 2.0. I was one of the first ones in the local sports area that was already diagnosed him as Kawhi Leonard 2.0 before the national press got on this. The national press didn't get involved until the end of the season. I've been on this kid from day one about why he wasn't playing. And to me, Kansas played better when he didn't play. You look at the games he didn't play versus the ones he played. So I would go AJ DeBonsa, man, the number one overall pick, man. I feel safe with that investment.
I would say AJ DeBonsa as well. But I would slightly switch it up a little bit. And here's why I say that. Why I say what I'm gonna say. So if you look at the Washington Wizards for the last 2 or 3 years, obviously they've been short of the playoffs every year. All right. But they haven't really had a whole lot of interchanging parts with their coaching staff. At some point in time, I think is going to switch. You went out, you made him, you went out and you made a trade for Trey Young. You needed a point guard. You came back and you gave him $200 million as of what, today?
Yes,
Yesterday, one of them days, today. You went out and you made a trade and you got the Brown, Anthony Davis. So I'm thinking that right now there has to be some type of pressure coming from upper management with the coaching staff that's there. Right? Hey man, we're going out, we're getting these pieces. We want to win now. What's the safest place if your job is on the line or you're on the hot seat? What's easiest, the safest thing, the safest pick for you to have? Because with the number one pick, it's not like the number 10 pick. You're bringing in a guy, and from day one, he's going to be your starter. He's going to
Yep.
be the cornerstone of your franchise. I can't waste that pick on a guy who I don't know is going to play on a night-to-night basis because that becomes your culture, right? Oh, man, our best player is out every night. You know what I'm saying? We don't know when he's going to play. Now you got guys down the totem pole saying, well, if he ain't playing tonight, why should I play tonight? Right? But if you go get a guy in an AJ DeBonsa who's a 19-year-old, 6'9", 6'10" superstar in the making, yes, he's got a lot to learn still about the pro game, but he's going to have the advantage most nights. He's already proven to you like he's a highly elite player that loves to compete on a night-to-night basis, and he's someone that you could depend on. As the saying goes, the best ability is availability. Right? We know that from him. We've seen that from this kid before. And I think that he reminds me a lot of Tracy McGrady with how he plays, his footwork, his size, his length. And if he can reach that potential with the Washington Wizards, they have something. Versus taking a chance on a guy who you don't know, who's going to play on a night-to-night basis, who's shown you that he will take a night off. Do you want that in your franchise based on how things have went the last 4 or 5 years? That's a question that the Washington Wizards have to answer.
But yeah, I gotta go AJ as well. I mean, for the biggest reason, he taller. One of the biggest reasons, he bigger. I'm always gonna go for the bigger guy. I think him being left-handed, athletic ability, good on defense, good on offense, can pass the ball, and to do what he did on a team like BYU, who probably didn't have the best talent around him, but he still stood out, played against big conference teams and did well, won some big games. I think he's got the full package, man. The dude, he's about 6'9"?
Yep.
Yeah, he can score now. I think Peterson. I think he's a bucket getter. He can get a bucket, but I think with what you guys have labeled of, is he going to play tonight? Is he going to show up? That's not what you want as a player coming into a league. That's a question. He's got to come in and change that narrative because it's not a good one that he has. But I would, with all you got, what you guys said, not much to add. I'll definitely go with Demanza because he's the upside is there. And if you're talking about if he can even reach half of probably T-Mac, I mean, goodness, that the sky's the limit for this kid. And now you're surrounding him with a good point guard who can get in the rock. You still, I mean, if he plays, you still got AD down there who can, cause some havoc, do some spacing on the floor that allow him to do what he needs to do. And he could be a big guard. He could be a big point forward. He could bring the ball up and he could do work. So I think Washington has if they can get it right, they can have a good future on their hands with them boys.
And also just to add on to all of our guys' point, right? You look at a guy like an AJ DeBonsa, right? And I'm not just speaking with basketball. Like when you see this kid, you see a more mature guy. And he's been put in positions to where he's also had to lead, right? A lot of guys get out there on the basketball court. A DP, I like DP's game. I think that he's going to be a heck of a pro if he can stay healthy. But a lot of times when you got guys that can just get buckets and that's all they do, they don't really care about the other parts of the game. They don't really care about the leadership part of it. They don't really care about getting guys to get on board with them and pushing guys to bring those guys up to their level. They're more, man, give me the ball and y'all get the hell out of the way and let me do what I do best, right? But I've seen AJ DeBonsa this year be put in a situation where one of the better players from BYU this year went down with a season-ending situation injury, and he had to step up as the youngest guy on the team and become not only the best player on the basketball court, but also a vocal leader. And a lot of times that's what franchises that don't make the playoffs are missing. Yeah, Trae Young is going to be one of the leaders there because they paid him. He's the point guard. But if you get another guy in that locker room that that can command the soldiers and lead them, you always have a yin and a yang, right? And people's leadership styles are different. If that young fella can go in there and command that locker room as a young fella and get those guys respect and then be able to go out there and perform at a high level on a night-to-night basis, the Washington Wizards have something. I don't know if Darren Peterson has that in his resume. I don't know if he can do that. I mean, I watched him last year against the number one team in the country. Arizona came to Kansas, and he didn't play, right? I'm thinking that A.J. DeBonzo, I don't care how hurt he was, would have got out there and tried to lead those guys, right? Um, and like you said, I've seen Kansas play better without him, right? So that leads me to say, well, most of the time when I see a team play better without their best player, to me that's a telltale sign that something's not right.
Yeah.
I can't never recall the Minnesota Timberwolves playing better without Kevin Garnett out there. I can never recall the San Antonio Spurs playing well without Tim Duncan out there. They could play good, but they ain't the same San Antonio Spurs
Yeah.
without Tim Duncan. So to me, when I seen Kansas go out there and beat the number one team without their quote unquote best player, that's a telltale sign. Like, wow, that's different, right? And we're talking about the number one pick. You can't get this wrong,
Right. You can't.
right? You cannot get this wrong if you're Washington. A lot of guys gonna lose their job if they do. And I ain't just talking about the coaching staff. I'm talking about upper management. A lot of guys gonna lose their jobs if they, hey man, regardless of what people are saying, these organizations are getting better now. Everybody in the East is getting better. Last year, a lot of guys were hurt, right? The Indiana Pacers gonna be back next year. I'm expecting Philadelphia to be a little bit more healthier this year. Obviously, you know what Cleveland's gonna do. The Orlando Magic just got a brand new coach. Uh, trades are getting ready to go down and players are coming in. So if you're the Washington Wizards, I'm pretty sure you're tired of losing. Every year you get in the top 5 pick and you're still losing. That's a problem. So if they mess this up this year, like I'm pretty sure a lot of teams have been losing games on purpose
To
to
try to
get
get
these top half picks. If they mess it up, you're gonna see a lot of guys' heads roll.
Well,
So
I'm
this is
Right.
positive
important.
100% they're gonna take the Bonds. They're not gonna go with Peterson. I'm almost certain they. I mean, if they did, because they will take as much as they can from Utah, but I can't see that happening. No way in hell. And
I'm gonna
even
throw this caveat at y'all. I'm gonna throw this caveat at y'all that people ain't gonna be ready for.
Okay.
If Dan, if Darren Peterson don't go number one, like I know he's not, he's gonna fall in the draft.
you don't think Utah will take him?
If he don't go number one, he won't get picked about eighth or ninth, maybe even 10th. Like I said, I'm throwing you a caveat that nobody's seeing, nobody's expecting it. That's why you respond like that because you can't even see it happening. If he don't go one, he down at 8, 9.
So
No,
who you think?
no,
So who do
sir.
you who do you? Well,
No,
first
sir.
of all, you say that.
No,
Who do you
sir.
think we go to?
No, sir. Listen.
Who?
Listen,
I'm telling you,
if things be as they are, I can't see him going nowhere no less than 2. Think about this. In Utah, they got big guys across the board. They have no wing guys,
and they have no point guard.
and they have no point guard,
And there's
right?
one, and there's one
So,
coming,
so
out of Arkansas that will get him all the juice
yeah,
they need.
yeah, but he ain't gonna go number 2 unless they gonna trade down to get him.
Why
He
not?
can't go. He ain't gonna go number 2.
Why he
Well,
can't go?
if that's the case, then they're gonna pick Michael Brown at number 2. They ain't gonna go all the way down to the guy from
So you,
Arkansas.
so you, you, you say Mikael Brown's a better guard than Akov?
I
But
think
that's what
that
you
you.
just said. That's what you just said by saying Mikael go two and not Akov.
Well, you just told me you just said somebody else. You just spoke about somebody else, didn't you?
Said I said Akov. go number 2. I said Darren Peterson's falls in the draft is what I said. That's
Acuff
what
I
I
just
sucks
said.
too,
can't
boy.
see. I
I
can't.
said Acuff is the best guard in the draft.
I can't see. I can't see them picking Acuff over Darren Peterson. I just can't see it.
Why not?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
everything you know about Darren Peterson and everything you know and just see about Acuff, a
I'm
guy who
just
was
looking
with
at.
him, a guy. I gotta stick up for him. I gotta stick up for him
Listen,
because I don't like how he's talking.
I'm just looking at their roster, Pac Jam. Hey, you just had a point guard. They just had Walter. They just had Walter. What's the kid from Florida?
Listen,
They just
and
had him.
he's not Darren Acuff. Let's not do that. He's not Acuff. Let's not do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Let's not do this, man.
Listen, man.
big jump if
Walter
you're fighting
Clayton.
for 1 and 2
Listen,
and he dropped
you
out the
talking about Walter Clayton Jr., who just won the national championship, who took his team
Right,
to the national championship
and I ain't heard nothing from him last season. You're right.
because he got to Utah. That happens to a
Okay,
lot of guys.
listen. And I say again, A Cup can go to Utah and you will hear about him.
Okay.
He is him.
Okay. We're going to see.
I
I
watched
mean, he
that
bad
kid.
now.
Now I watched that kid in a boot. He was in a boot all week and played the Gators on that
Turd.
Sunday and went
Pat
ham.
Jam. Pat Jam. I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm saying if with the draft is drafted, guys going to be drafted off of what the team need. I ain't
Okay.
talking about getting emotional about who the best player is. The best player don't always get drafted highest.
But you just said Utah got bigs. They need a
They
point
got
guard.
listen. They just made a trade for the big man from Memphis.
And
They
I'm
got
not.
they got Lauren Markkinen. They got
I'm not.
all these other. They got 7-footers that they got coming off the bench. They
And I'm
got
not.
they just hey listen. They just got the other kid that's a small power forward from Rutgers
I agree.
last year that they drafted high. They
Guard. I'm talking about a guard, a point guard that can get all those guys you named the ball and get points.
they
A
just
cup.
had Walter Clayton Jr. They ain't want to use him. Who you mean to tell me he can't get the ball to everybody?
No, he's not a real point. He's not a point guard. You know that, and I know that. He's a shooting guard.
Man,
Disguised
they
as a
all
point
shooting
guard. You know
guards.
What is that? Another Utah is looking to update that backcourt. They're trying to get that backcourt up, some playmaking and
well,
scoring
I
in
say
their
A cup
backcourt.
can do it
Okay,
right.
so then, if that's the case, then they might as well trade the pick. They might as well trade the pick down because they can get eight. They can get A-Cuff at 6.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Don't do that. Don't. I'm not gonna sit here tonight and have you do that and put him down there like
Hey,
that.
we can
We're not
agree to
gonna talk like
disagree.
that.
We can agree to disagree.
We're not gonna talk like that. We not. That's
We can
put some respect
agree
on
to
his. You gotta
disagree.
put respect on his name too.
Hey, I respect the kid. I love his game. I love his game. I love
This
his game. He's
saying
my
you
type of
explaining to
guy.
him, he
But
not gonna
right
be there.
now, hey, listen, in 24 hours, we'll know.
He not gonna be there. Talking about trading down. You gotta get him now. He ain't gonna be there.
Hey, listen, for his sake, I hope he goes number 2. I just can't see it.
Well, looking at the order, I mean, Memphis is 3. They won't take him because Jaw's still there.
And listen,
Bulls.
and they got Walter Clayton Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So
There you
they
go.
gonna go
Clippers.
big.
Well, Memphis can take him too because we just talked about they all with John. John's got it there, so they can get him.
But then again, that's true because they can say now we can get rid of Jaw and bring him in and get rid of Jaw. That's our turn to get rid of get rid of a guy like John Morant. But I can't see Peterson. Peterson can go too, man. I can't see a guy. I understand that's your out there just for food for thought. It could possibly happen, but
I'm saying it's
realistically,
gonna happen.
Listen, Peterson won't go no less than 4th.
I just told you he's gonna slide.
okay. I mean, that's a take. That's a take. You say
He won't go no less than 4th to the Chicago Bulls.
because they're looking for, but the Bulls are looking for a forward and a shooter. That's who they're trying to. That's what they're trying to get.
He's a shooter, Graham.
No, I'm just saying that's what they're looking for. That's why, to what you're saying, that he probably won't go past 4 because he fits one of the moles that they're looking for.
Right? And Memphis is what, 3rd? Got the 3rd pick?
Yep.
They're gonna get either Cameron Boozer or they're gonna get Caleb Wilson.
Caleb Wilson, AJ Devons, and A Cup to me are the top 3 players in this draft.
I'm not sold on Boozer at all, bro.
Did you hear what I just say, Graham?
I'm
I
with you.
said
No, I'm with
Caleb
you.
Wilson.
I'm with you. I'm not
AJ
sold on
DeBoer
Boozer at all. I think that's
and
gonna be. I think that's
A-Cup
gonna be a
are
pick.
the top 3 guys in this draft. And we're going to look back on this day and you're going to say, you know what, Pac Jam?
Hey,
You
listen.
were absolutely right.
Hey, listen.
But
I
they
don't
both
agree.
lost.
I don't agree with that.
I
You
don't
don't
think
have
that
to.
Boozer.
I
I don't think
respect
that
it.
Boozer pick's gonna be a pick that people are gonna be like, yes, I'm glad we picked him that far up. He may drop. He may drop because I just don't
Listen,
see it, bro.
listen, man. Cameron Boozer has probably the most adaptable game to the NBA of all them guys.
I disagree. He can't. He can't shoot outside the
Please
paint.
elaborate.
The
Please
man been
elaborate.
making what games have you been watching? The man
Man,
been making threes all year.
no, you're talking about he has a set. He don't have a jump shot.
Hey
He's more
man,
of a
call it what
set
you call.
shot.
Listen, man, listen.
He
Listen.
ain't doing it in the league. And he can't get off the floor. He's about what, 6 what?
Man, let me ask you a question. Have y'all guys ever heard a guy by the name of Brad Miller? Have y'all ever heard of a guy by the name of
Yeah.
Brad Miller?
Yeah. But
Okay.
Brad Miller was like
He's
what,
the same. Hey,
6'11"?
look, he the same 6'10, 6'11 guy, wasn't the fastest, didn't jump the highs, but knew how to play basketball and would kill you.
I don't see it in Carlos Boozer's game. I just don't see it. Not at the next
Well,
level. He may look good against some young boys because he's a big body in the
if
league.
he
I
can
don't see
play,
it.
Graham, he gonna look good against anybody.
But we'll see because I don't see it.
One thing I know about the Carlos Boozer, I know that he been spending his summers playing against pros already. So it ain't like it's going to be a big jump for him. He know
I
how
don't
to
see
use
it.
his body. He got inside. He can score on all 3 levels. He can shoot the ball from the perimeter. He know how to make plays for other guys. And the kid is a winner. He's won on every level he's played on.
I don't think Duke didn't win last year.
So
What
you
you
take
mean? They was in the fucking Final Four.
They didn't. You said win. That's not a win.
The teams make it to the Final Four last year, Graham.
Right. 14. But you said he's a
Okay,
winner.
so how many? Okay, so
I'm going by who
it's
won it
200
all.
teams. It's 200 teams out there. 4 make it to the Final Four. Then he ain't winning.
He won to get there, but he's not a winner. I'm talking about who won it all. But I get what you're saying, but I just don't see it in Carr. I don't see it in Boozer. I just don't see it. He could prove me wrong. I don't see it.
Do you draft do you draft Boozer over Caleb Wilson?
I think it depends on who the team is. Like, honestly, I don't know why people. Honestly, I don't even know why Caleb Wilson is not in the number 1 pick conversation. If you ask me, because he could possibly have the biggest upside of anybody.
And I agree with it. That's why I said, if you remember, I said the top three players to me can all go number 1 to me. I'm sold on them 3. I've been sold on them
Who?
since Pete.
Give me them 3 again.
AJ DeBoer,
Okay.
Caleb Wilson, and
Okay.
A-Cup.
Hey, listen, man. I love Darius A-Cup. They're not gonna take him with the number 1 pick.
Listen, I'm just telling you my assessment, the top 3 players. And you can shake it how you want to shake it, spin it how you want to spin it. And I'm telling you, them players there will be in the running for Rookie of the Year.
Depending on where they go.
But
It don't matter where they go. They hold the vote.
But they got Caleb. They got Caleb right. They got Caleb right now projected possibly going to the Bulls.
Right.
You
But
know,
I'm asking him a question. If, let's say hypothetically, AJ go number 1, right? The number 2 pick is Utah. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's say Darren Peterson go 2. Do you think Memphis should take Boozer over Wilson?
well, they got Boozer going to the Grizzlies at 3.
No, I'm just asking. I'm asking Chucky that because he said it depends on what team. I'm saying,
okay.
If you were talking about winning immediately, yes, I'm taking Cameron Boozer over Caleb Wilson. Yes, absolutely.
So you don't think Caleb Wilson can help them win immediately? That's what you're saying. That's what you're
No,
telling
I don't think that he'll win. I don't think that they will win immediately with Caleb Wilson. No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I do not.
All right. That's all I want.
Again, if you want my assessment between Caleb Wilson and Boozer, I think right now at this moment, Boozer is the better player. He's his game is more NBA ready than Caleb Wilson. Now, do I think that Caleb Wilson has the bigger upside? Absolutely, I do.
That was gonna be my next question right there. Who has the upside?
I think Caleb Wilson has a bigger upside. But if you're talking about right now, today, if I'm a general manager of the Memphis Grizzlies and I got to win this year, I'm picking Boozer. Yes.
Okay. That's noted. That's all that's what you answer my question. Now getting back to this guard situation, you feel that same? Because sometimes relationships can make our vision blurry. And I'm well aware of your relationship, You understand me with Mikael Brown? I'm well aware of that. But what I'm
That's my guy.
right,
That's
and
my
I'm
guy.
saying, listen, and I said that's why I preface by saying I know relationships can make our eyes blurry.
Right.
Okay, our vision blurry. And I'm just saying, that's why I asked you earlier about the matchup between the better guards between him, because on the board they got those being the two top point guards, Acuff and Mikael Brown. That's why I'm asking you, do you feel that he's a better player than Acuff?
I would call them. I would say that they're similar, but I would like Mikael. He's 6'5". Listen, Mikael Brown is the biggest athlete
See,
in the biggest point guard in this draft. He's the most athletic point guard in this draft, and he's probably the best. I ain't gonna say probably. He's the best shooter in this draft. He's the
Okay,
biggest, most athletic, and best shooter in this draft. Yes, my guy.
okay, okay.
I have to go with the bigger guy too, man. Be bigger, more athletic. I would go to
And if
Acuff
you
bad
look,
now.
and listen, and I'm a small guard. Again, I love Darius Acuff. I love what he brings. He bring the Detroit fire with him. You could tell that when he out there, he's playing and he don't give a damn about you. He coming at your head. But both of them guys gonna have a lot to learn in the NBA. If you're looking at what happened this past year in the draft in the league, you got 6'5" guards across the board on every team in the Final Four, with the exception of probably
Brunson.
Brunson.
That's really
Everybody
it.
else, say Gildas Alexander, 6'6". All them boys in San Antonio, 6'6", 6'7". James Harden, 6'5". Uh, 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 uh,
Mitchell about
uh,
6'4", 6'5".
Mitchell like 6'3", 6'4". So I think Acuff is going to be a really good pro, right? But if you're looking at it, if you got a 6'5" guy that's trending and being one of the better athletes, I talked to a general manager friend of mine, and they said all things being considered, if everybody tops out to be what they think they could be, that Mikael Brown gonna be the best guard out of everybody. Might be the best player in the draft this year. But that's what somebody else saying. I didn't say that. I got that from them. So obviously somebody sees something. But
Very interesting. Very
listen,
interesting. Very interesting.
this is the beauty of everything, is that those guys get to get picked tomorrow and then they get to play it out amongst themselves. We're just talking and we're giving our opinions, which don't mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guard. I'm a small guard. Man, I hope Darius Acuff go out there and murder everything. But I also know the advantages of being 6'5", explosive, with a high basketball IQ, and can shoot the piss out of it. Now, do he got a lot to learn? Yeah, all of them gonna have something to learn. They got to learn how to be pros. They got to learn they're gonna be playing against grown men who don't care nothing about them, who sit there and watch them play and study them just like they've been studying those guys that they watch on TV in the pros. And it's a highly competitive league. But those guys gonna have to show that they belong. And I do believe that wherever there's Acuff gets drafted, if they give him the basketball and allow him to make mistakes and allow him to learn and give him the keys to the car and let him do his thing, yes, I believe he could be one of the top players in this year's draft. But I also think the same thing with Mikael Brown.
Yeah,
Give him the keys, give him the ball, allow him to learn, allow him to make mistakes, stay with him, and let him do his thing. I know he'll be one of the top guards in the league.
and then he grow into his body because he's slender, but he grow into his body. He
They
gonna be
all
very.
babies. They
Yeah,
all
yeah.
babies. They 19, 20 years old.
Mhm.
They 19, 20. So they all babies. It's just a matter of where they're gonna go and will they go to a coach and to a system that allows them to do what they do best.
I mean, that's the biggest key right there. You can go put a
Absolutely.
bad
Absolutely.
situation, and that could just mess you all the way up.
Yeah, we've seen that
But
a
I
million
think
times.
Brooklyn is set to get. They want him. He's at the number 6. Brooklyn's looking to probably get him if he falls to
Well,
that
I
point.
mean, according to what I was seeing today, man, the Clippers are in love with Mikael Brown. Clippers in love with Mikael Brown.
Well, the beauty of this stuff is you got the Memphis Grizzlies who gonna need a point guard. The Chicago Bulls gonna need a guard. The Brooklyn Nets gonna need a guard. The
Sacramento Kings
Clippers,
in the ball.
the Clippers gonna need a guard. The Hawks need a point guard bad. Sacramento need a guard bad. So you got 7 of the top 10 teams The Milwaukee Bucks gonna need a guard.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 out of the first 10 teams, they all need guard. So you can't really go wrong. It's just a matter of which one out of them 7 teams gonna say, hey man, when we pick that guy, that's gonna be our guy. And we finna put the ball in his hands and we finna let him rock out right now.
But the Clippers at 5, they're looking at Keith Wagler from Illinois. That's who they're looking for. But I'm just saying that's who they're interested in of the guards.
Now think about this. Out of those 7 teams that we've picked, how many of those 7 teams already have superstars where you can't just say, hey man, I'm gonna give you the ball and let you rock out. Right? If you go to Brooklyn need everything.
Yeah, they need
Hell,
a whole.
they need everything. So, it ain't no big deal. Whoever goes to Brooklyn, they're gonna give them the ball and let them rock out. They have no choice.
Right.
Chicago just had a fire sale. They just sold a whole block.
So
Right.
you got free reign.
Whoever goes there, they gonna rock out. They gotta let them rock out.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right? The Clippers, they got Kawhi Leonard. He's a superstar. He's a 2 or 3-time NBA champion. Two-time NBA Finals MVP. You take a point guard there, he may not be able to rock out at his first year. And they got Darius Garland.
And they
So
still got Bradley Beal.
and they got Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
So you might not be able to go there and rock out your first year.
Yeah.
Right? You might be able to go to Atlanta. They got a young nucleus. You can rock out there. They just had
Right.
Trae Young. So you know what I'm saying? So all of this stuff is gonna be contingent upon who goes where.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with that.
Cause they got A Cup projected 7 for the Kings, and they could definitely use a guard there. But if he falls,
If A Cup goes to if A Cup goes to Brooklyn, if he goes to anywhere, Milwaukee, Chicago, he gonna kill.
Yeah,
Because
boy,
they gotta let him play.
But Chicago go crazy. He go there. Chicago go crazy. Oh my God, they go crazy.
Yeah, but think about this. Right now at this very moment, what do Chicago have on their roster? They just got rid of everybody.
Right. I'm just saying. I'm saying the city go crazy. The city go crazy. They get A Cup and they go to seeing Derrick Rose all over again. They go to seeing D Rose all over again. Southside in the building, baby. Oh my God, it's going crazy. It's going crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
one crossover and up and away. AJ the Bomb.
AJ the Monster.
Like I
Hands
said, he
down.
has more stability on and off the court. You have to go there because it's a franchise move. It can set you back 5 years if you go wrong. And I compare Darren Peterson, like I said, I compare him to Ben Simmons. There's too many unknowns in the building, which is why I think he would drop in the draft to about the 8th or the 9th pick tomorrow night. So grab your popcorn and get ready because the 8th or 9th pick, that's when he'll be hugging his mom and his dad and his auntie them. Yeah.
Well, you know
He
what?
would stand up and hug his mama. The 8th or 9th pick is when he would stand up tomorrow and hug his mom and his auntie them around the 8th or the 9th pick.
Well, if the 2nd and 3rd pick go and he ain't picked it, I'm gonna holler at you, boy, because you Nostradamus.
He won't go. He won't go. He won't go. So he can take his suit jacket. He can take his jacket off, put on the back of the chair, and wait till that 8th or 9th pick. He can start putting it on and start buttoning it up. Yeah, absolutely. Guaranteed.
I hear you, Pac Jam. That's a big take. That's a big take right there, my boy.
I'm telling you.
All right. So now this leads us to the third segment. We finna give our first round prediction. So I don't know what y'all need to do. Get your draft, get your mock drafts in front of you, and we're gonna make predictions 1 through 28 or 1 through 30, and then that'll be it for tonight.
So right now we're gonna talk about our top 28 picks. Who we got from 1 to 28. All three of us, I'm sure, gonna have a different person at a certain number, or maybe all the same. But let's see who y'all got in these picks coming up.
Listen, man, Julius Randle getting traded for the number 28 pick. Breaking news.
Julius Randle?
Julius Randle. Yeah.
Yeah, they can get rid of him.
Saw that? You saw that?
But the fact that you're saying it, they can get rid of him because he ain't consistent enough.
They're trading Julius Randle and the 28th picking him in their draft to the Nets. They just sent him to the Brooklyn Nets. It's over with. But when they trade you there as a veteran to the Nets, hey, it's over with, Jake. Your days in the league, Your
And I
days
see
in the league is numbered.
Nick Claxton going to the Bulls
You know
in
what I
that
say,
same
Grant?
trade.
A veteran like him, when they send you to the Nets, they telling you, boy, you got 30 minutes left in the NBA. I already know what his agent doing. His agent trying to get him out of there right now. Because at this stage of
Okay.
his career, he ain't trying to go to Brooklyn. You and I both know that.
Nah. And it said the Timberwolves acquired Brooklyn's number 33 pick for Randall and the number 28. It's a 3-team
Because
trade.
the taxes so high in New York, they hit your money bad. So he
They
definitely ain't
yeah,
trying to be there. The lose and y'all taking my money? Because
yeah,
remember, Minnesota ain't got no state tax. So now
they
you
take
going over there
all
to
of them.
state taxes and no man, you trying to get up out of New York. New York like California, the high tax in the land.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you trying to get up out of there, man.
Bulls.
Your agent is on the phone right now trying to get you out of there because the tax is so high in New York. They killing your money and you losing. Man, get me up out of here, man. I ain't seeing none of my check. Get me up out of here.
Mm.
They got me a
Mm, 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 mm.
So what does that mean for Minnesota?
So now we're gonna talk about the draft, our picks, and who we got first in the first round. So who y'all? Let's go off, run off these picks of who we got, fellas. Who y'all think gonna go from one all the way down? So I
I
think we
got
all
eight.
in consensus if one. AJ DeBancer won.
Right.
Think we all in agreement with that. Number one is going to be AJ DeBuncer with the Washington Wizards for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think number two. I'm still gonna stick it as where it is. I'm gonna take Peterson still number two. I just think that he's gonna go number two still.
And with the second pick, the Utah Jazz selects Darren Peterson, Kansas University.
Second pick of the draft, I got Darius Acuff.
Okay. So we got number
Okay.
three. We got Memphis. Who we got for Memphis?
Number three, and with the third pick, the Memphis Grizzlies select Cameron Boozer, 6'10 forward, Duke University.
Memphis, I got Caleb Wilson out of the University of North Carolina.
Yeah, I got Caleb as well from Memphis. To who I would pick at that spot, number three.
The fourth pick, the Chicago Bulls. And with the fourth pick, the Chicago Bulls select Caleb Wilson, 6'10 power forward, University of North Carolina.
Some strange reason I would put Boozer there in
Fourth
Chicago.
pick, fourth pick of the draft, I got Keaton Wagler out of the University of Illinois going to Chicago Bulls.
Okay. With the fifth pick, the Los Angeles Clippers select Michael Brown Jr., 6'5 point guard, University of Louisville.
I have Mikael Brown also going to the Los Angeles Clippers.
I got Keaton Wagner going to the Clippers at number five.
Number six. And with the sixth pick, the Brooklyn Nets selects Darius Acuff Jr., a 6'3 point guard, Arkansas University.
Brooklyn Nets, I got them selecting Nate Ament, small forward out of Tennessee.
In Brooklyn Nets, I got Mikael Brown Jr. going to the Brooklyn Nets.
With the seventh pick,
Sacramento Kings.
the Sacramento Kings select Kingston Flemings, 6'4 point guard, Houston University.
And who you said? I got the center out of Michigan, A.D. Amar.
You got
Okay.
him going to Atlanta? You got him
Got
going
him
to
going
seventh?
seven. I got him
You got
going
him going to
seven.
seventh.
To the
Okay.
Kings. To the
No, that's
Kings.
Sacramento going to
Yeah,
Kings.
to the
Going to the
Kings.
Yep, Sacramento.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, A.D. Amar.
Okay. With the eighth pick, the Atlanta Hawks selects Keaton Wagler out of University of Illinois. That's my pick. 6'5 point guard.
And I had Brayton Burris out of Arizona, shooting guard, going to the Atlanta Hawks.
I got the Darius Acuff going down to Atlanta.
Ain't no way.
They had a trade. Now they going to get a cuff.
All right. With the ninth pick, the Dallas Mavericks selects Braden Burries, a 6'4 combo guard out of the University of Arizona. Braden Burries, Dallas Mavericks, ninth pick. That's my prediction.
That's who I got at number 9 too.
I got Dallas getting they Coach May getting one of his boys, Morris Johnson Jr. out of Michigan, to pair up with Cooper Flag. They just hired a Michigan coach. I got him getting one of his guys with that pick, Morris Johnson out of Michigan.
Okay. With the 10th pick, the Milwaukee Bucks selects a 6'10 small forward, Nate Ament, out of Tennessee University.
At the 10th pick, finally, Booz off the board. I got Caden Boozer going to Milwaukee Bucks.
I got Kareem Lopez going to the Bizarks.
Notice I said Boozer now going, he's getting drafted, number 10 pick to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wow. Okay. With the 11th pick, the Golden State Warriors selects Ade Mara, 7'3" center from Michigan University.
That's
With
who
the
I got.
11th pick,
That's
with
who
the
I got.
11th pick, with the 11th pick, I have the Golden State Warriors now selecting Darren Peterson out of Kansas. I told you.
Boy,
Now you
that's
can
a
now you can hug your mama. Now you can hug your mama and your auntie
oh,
because they're gonna draft him because they need a bucket getter because they old over there. They need a fountain of youth. And here comes Darren Peterson.
okay.
Mm,
Yeah,
really?
really. Yeah.
Okay.
They got the oldest team in the league.
Mm,
Yeah, we drafting over here, big.
mm.
So at number 12, we got them OK City
Number
Thunder.
12, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I got them drafting Yaxel Lindenborg,
Lindenborg.
a
That's who I got too.
6'10" forward out of Michigan University.
Michigan had them big boys in there, boy, hooping.
I got OKC at that spot. I got them getting Bennett Sturridge at that spot. Out of Iowa, I got him going at that spot. I got him
Mm.
going at number 12. Yes, right.
Okay. We got number 13. With the 13th pick, the Miami Heat selects Christian Anderson out of Texas Tech University,
Miami
6'3"
Heat.
point guard.
Miami Heat with the 13th pick. I got them taking Yaxel Lindenberg out of Michigan
I got them going Morez Johnson Jr.
because that fits in the Miami Heat's culture. They draft older players. Older players, they can come right in. They like them 22, 23-year-old, 24-year-old players coming out of college. I can't remember
Okay.
the last young buck they drafted.
Who that?
Miami Heat. They like older, mature players. That's why I got Lindenberg. That's why I got Lindenberg going to them.
Okay.
Okay.
They like them
All
old people.
right. All right. Well, number 14, and with the 14th pick, the Charlotte Hornets selects Inez Steinberg,
Is that right?
power forward, Washington University.
That's the Charlotte Hornets. I got Charlotte Hornets drafting out of Baylor. I got them getting Cameron Carr out of Baylor.
I got them getting Nate Ament, 14th slot.
With the 15th pick, the Chicago Bulls selects LeBaron Philon Jr., combo guard, Alabama.
15 pick.
Bulls.
I got the Bulls getting Christian Anderson, point guard out of Texas Tech.
I got Cole Pete going to the Chicago Bulls.
Cole Pete.
Cole Pete going on number 16. Memphis Grizzlies are on the clock.
The Memphis Grizzlies are on the clock. And with the 16th pick, the Memphis Grizzlies select Christian Anderson.
I got the Memphis Grizzlies with the 16 pick getting LeBaron Fallon Jr., point guard out of Alabama.
He was nice too. I got them
Jaws Alabama.
taking Taurus Reed Jr.
17. And with the 17th pick, the Oklahoma City Thunder selects Chris Sinak Jr., combo guard, University of Houston.
My
At the
bad.
17th pick, Oklahoma City, I got them drafting out of Duke University, Isaiah Evans.
I picked Chris Senek Jr.
With the 18th pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Isaiah Evans, 6'6" shooting guard, Duke University.
The Charlotte Hornets select out of Arkansas, Malik Thomas, shooting guard out of Arkansas.
I got Christian Anderson.
Number 19th pick, the Toronto Raptors select Morez Johnson Jr., power forward, 6'11", University of Michigan.
I got Bennett
19th
Sturts going to the Raptors in Canada.
19th pick, I got Cole Pitt out of Arizona going to the Toronto Raptors.
Number 20, with the 20th pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Cole Pete, 6'9", small forward out of Arizona University.
San Antonio Spurs, I got them drafting Chris Sinat Jr., center out of Houston.
The Spurs, I got them going Nicholas Kanmina.
21, with the 21st pick, the Detroit Pistons selects Ibuka Okori, point guard, Stanford University.
Detroit Pistons. I have them drafting Henry Vassar, center out of North Carolina.
Detroit Pistons. I got them going Dame Saw.
Survey. I got Philly taking Bouquet Okore out of Stanford, point guard.
I second that pick at the same spot.
I got the Philadelphia 76ers taking Henry Vassar, center, North Carolina.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
I got the Hawks taking Jaden Quintanis
What
out of the center
Quintanix?
out of Kentucky.
Out of
Quintanis
Kentucky.
out of Kentucky. Going to the Atlanta Hawks.
I got Jace Richardson going to the Hawks.
And with the 23rd pick, I got Jaden Quintanix, center, Kentucky.
New York Knicks, number 24.
The Knickerbockers.
Defender champions. I got Henry Vassir, if I'm pronouncing it right.
I got
to
the
the
Knicks
Knicks.
taking Zuby Ejiofor out of St. John, hometown kid, power forward center out of St. John. Zuby Ejiofor.
The Red
Knicks.
Storm.
Yeah, hometown kid, St. John.
I got, with the 24th pick, the New York Knickerbockers selecting Bennett Sturts, point guard, University of Iowa.
Number 25.
With the 25th pick, the Los Angeles Lakers picks Taurus Reed, center, UConn University.
I got the Lakers taking Josan Sanan at their pick.
I got the Los Angeles Lakers taking Felix Okpara, center out of Tennessee.
Number 26, with the 26th pick, the Denver Nuggets selects Cameron Carr, University of Baylor.
26th pick, I got the Denver Nuggets taking Brady Smith, the point guard out of Purdue.
I got them taking, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Tunde Yesufu.
With the 27th pick, the Boston Celtics select Malik Thomas, shooting guard, Arkansas University.
With the 27th pick, I got Boston Celtics selecting shooting guard Richie Saunders out of BYU.
I got them going Boogie Fland to the Celtics.
28th pick, Minnesota.
Yep. With the 28th pick, Minnesota Timberwolves selects Allen Graves, Santa Clara University, power forward.
With the 28th pick, I got Minnesota selecting Ryan Conwell, shooting guard out of Louisville.
I got them.
Okay, so with the 29th pick, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves selecting Alex Caravan, UConn University. Alex Caravan.
I got them taking Taurus Reed Jr.
29th pick, I have them taking out of Orlando. I got them taking Emmanuel Sharp going in the first round. 29th pick to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Last pick of the first round.
And with the 30th pick, I got the Dallas Mavericks taking Trevon Brazil, 6'11", power forward / small forward out of Arkansas University.
I have Dallas taking Trey Donaldson, point guard from Miami Hurricane.
I got them going Sergio De La Rea, point guard, shooting guard out of Spain, 6'6".
Well, there you have it. The predictions from the Unapologetic Talk crew, Pac Jam,
Absolutely.
Graham I Am,
Here we at.
Chucky A, and we'll see tomorrow during the draft
Are
if
we
our
going live during the
predictions.
draft? Are we going live for the draft?
Absolutely, we going live in the draft.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's do it. Let's do it live on the draft. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So everybody, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the page. Send it to everybody that you know. All right, fellas. It was nice doing
All right.
another round with y'all, and we'll see
Yes,
y'all
sir.
tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow.